Hey guys, what is up? This is Daquine. How you fine folks doing this fine day today? Hope everyone is having a good weekend. This is the day after Friday the 13th, so hopefully everyone was able to avoid those masked, hockey masked serial killers, hopefully. Undead serial killers. I think today we are going to do something slightly different. Well, probably just as different. I mean, probably not as different as, say, yesterday's was when I did Mimi, the Kenku everything. I should call that the Jack of all trades, I should say. Because that was definitely an interesting character to roll up. And it definitely makes me appreciate the kind of, just doing a normal, everyday, like single class or even just a normal two-class, multi-class character. But today, before I started the stream, I realized that when I came here to sit down to do something, to do this character, I didn't even have any special character in mind, like at all. I mean, the last two characters I did, like Mimi and Kratos, at least I had a couple ideas, or at least I had at least some ideas as to the direction I kind of wanted to go in. But in this case, I literally have no idea what I'm going to do. So that's going to be the different part of this whole thing. Is that this character is literally probably going to have to be something either that I pick from the books. Maybe, what's a race? What's a class? And, just kind of go from there. But we're just going to have to see what happens, I think, realistically. How things are going to end up, kind of turning out, So I think that's going to be the kind of fun of this one, is that we don't have any preconceived ideas as to what we want to do. This is going to be one of those kind of characters, I think, where we can just sit down and just go with the flow. To kind of see what kind of crap bubbles up. And I think in that case, when I realized that I had no idea what it was I was going to do today, I guess I'd now come to think about it, I think I know how to list somewhere of characters, but now all of a sudden I don't know where that list is, which is probably another reason why I couldn't think of something to do. But I think in this case, what I'm going to try to do is we're going to go and look at this character generator. It's technically a villain generator for your RPGs, but it'll probably theoretically, hopefully, give us enough stuff to be able to do. So let's see. I think it was this one right here. Let's see. So in this case, I already had this page kind of pop up already. Let's see. Evil. Let's see. Super villains. Evil. Oh, I see. These are all evil magic users. Let's see. So in that case, we really aren't going to have very, very many. Here, let's do characters. What about characters? General characters. Quick character generator. Yeah, see, obviously those aren't going to do much good. But I really should have planned this out, shouldn't I? Okay. Ooh. Anyway, okay, let's just do regular. Yeah, let's do 10 people. Okay, let's see what we got here. This lighter reminds you of a prowling alligator. What the heck? She has droopy brown eyes that are like two patches of dried blood. What in the world? This man puts you in mind of an unstoppable machine. He has a deep set green eyes that are like two clumps of moss. Okay, that's an interesting way to put it. His silky, really long hair is the color of fine china. Weird, and is worn in an artistic and practical style. He's very short and has a graceful build. His skin is black. He has thin eyebrows. His wardrobe is no nonsense and professional with lots of black and blue. You know what? Just let's do that. Minimize that. Hi, how you doing? So what we can do? Let's see. I forgot if there was an appearance. There is, but that's more specifically for pictures. So for right now, we're just going to say that. So at least we'll have the information right here. Okay, cool. So we have. Okay. So he's supposed to be an unstoppable machine, but yet he is very short and has a graceful build. So basically, he's small and graceful, but yet he's unstoppable. So that makes me think of someone who's probably either a monk or a rogue, or maybe even a rogue monk. It'd be interesting to do another multi-class, but do I want to do 2 multi-classes in a row? That's probably the question of the ages, I would say. Picking out dice here, so I can roll up stats here. Okay, we're gonna put this over here. Yeah, that's out of my dice box. I thought maybe I'll give another shout out here while I'm out, non-solicited or whatever you want to call it. The dice box that I was just using was from Devin Rue, DEVENRUE. If you do that, actually, maybe what I can do. Actually, okay, let me try something. I want to. Chad, let's bring that forward again because I remember. Okay, so what I'm going to do, minimize that. I'll go ahead and type it out here in the chat. Devin Rue. So then that way you guys, so that should pop up here hopefully. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully that will pop up in chat, I hope. Oh yeah, there it is. It's right up here somewhere. So, okay, so let me so I can get the chat back up. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, there it is. Okay, so anyway, he's unstoppable. But see, when it says he's unstoppable, I mean, the first thing I think of is like a barbarian. But yet, he has a graceful build, and I would not normally think of a barbarian as having a graceful build. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could say he's a barbarian. He's just very small stature, but maybe his toned body is like he's just very toned. But that's why I'm thinking more in the realms of maybe a monk, perhaps. But then again, I've never been a big fan of monks. I think I tried a monk once, and I was just not a fan. So maybe he is a rogue, but maybe, yeah, I think a rogue would be good. I think, yeah, maybe we'll make a rogue. So let's go up here. We'll go rogue. And probably the thing is, I could almost guarantee you I'm probably gonna have to take a small break, because here part of the look, because apparently I had something to drink and I didn't think about going to the bathroom before I started this, so that's going to be interesting. So, all right. So in this case, you'll clearly need a handbook, and I'm thinking also, at the very least, we will need Xanathar. So that'll probably be handy. Well, that will be handy, totally handy. So in this case, at least with the Xanathars anyway, I'm going to go ahead and at least find the rogue section in that. Oh, that's Ranger. There's Rogue. Okay. I have that open. So I think we're not so okay. So we have our class, but I feel like we're gonna need a character. We're gonna definitely need or a race for that rogue. So I'm thinking. See, we have our basic. Let's see. All right, we have our basic, eight different classes we could easily work with, and that's totally fine. But I'm thinking I also want to go past just the standard 8 that you'd get right from the book. So the question is, what character would what I want? I mean, if we do from the handbook, that's fine. That's fine. But I would like to at least look through the Xanathar book first. Well, I think if we're looking for someone who's supposed to be kind of gracefully built, I'm thinking like maybe like an Asimar could be a good idea. I'm not sure about firebolts. Goliaths. I mean, granted. But then again, Goliaths, though, just by the sound of their name, does not give off the impression of small. That could be a problem. Because looking at the Goliaths here, let's see how tall they are. Yeah, Goliaths are between 7 and 8 feet tall. I mean, now granted, we could always make the Goliath like he's somehow maybe some strange genetic mutation where he's just a really small Goliath. Like, I mean, that's something like that could work too. So that's definitely an idea. So you have a Kenku, you have lizard folk. Well, we already did a Kenku yesterday, so I think we'll be good for that. Lizard folk. No. Well, I mean, I guess another good one would be a Tabaxi, like a Tabaxi rogue. I mean, that's very graceful. Where Tabaxis are taller on average than humans and relatively slender. I mean, there we could easily say something along the lines of like, again, maybe just how just like there are short humans, how there's some humans that are like in real life that are like 4'5" or 5 foot. That'd be kind of interesting too. Yeah, I'm not sure about Tritons. So, okay, so then we have. Well, we do have some of the monstrous races. So there's a bugbear, there's goblin, hobgoblin, kobold, oryx, and yontai. Now, but I'm just trying to find something that's supposed to be an unstoppable machine. I want something that he's small, but yet would also give off the outward sense that he is unstoppable at the same time. And I'm thinking like, like kobolds would be interesting, and maybe kobolds or goblins could be interesting. But I feel like they're just small, and I never really thought of a goblin, like a singular goblin, as being quote unquote unstoppable, even if it is a rogue. So I'm thinking maybe we could go with like a Goliath, like just maybe that like a really short Goliath that's maybe 5'5" or something, who's pretty short by Goliath standards. Something like that I think would work. So I think we will go with Goliath. How do you spell that? Goliath. Okay. And then we'll think of. Okay, so let's keep the book open for that. And then let's look at backgrounds super fast. Again, he's a Goliath, and I'm trying to think what kind of stuff would a Goliath normally do in terms of like what would be his past, An acolyte, service of a temple to a specific god or pantheon. Charlatan, he always had a way with people. I mean, I'd say maybe if he was a charlatan and he has a way with people. I mean, maybe it depends. You know what? Actually, before we get into that, let's roll the stats first. Let's roll stats first before we focus too much on that. Because what if all the stats are just absolute? You know, what if the stats are just absolute garbage? Again, similar to yesterday's poor attempt at stat rolling. So first, what we're gonna do? Let me open up my handy dandy notebook here, or notebook. But okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, so. Wait. Okay. Just like yesterday, one of yesterday's rolls was terrible. This is today's. Again, just like the time with Mimi, I rolled a number, and then I rolled a 4, and then I rolled 3 1s. So I'm going to say, if I'm going to kind of DM it a little bit and say, no, if you roll that many 1s, you get to reroll. In this case, yeah, to me, that's not going to fly. That's better. So that's 5, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12. Okay. So then what we're going to do, roll again. Okay, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. We get another 12. Roll this bad boy again. 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. Boy, so far this guy's going to be, the first 3 rolls are going to be painfully average. 10, oh, okay, 3 5s. That's a 15. Okay, that could help a little bit, but very much potentially. Oh, okay, 2 6s and a 2, so that's 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more roll. As long as it's a decent roll, come on, give me a decent roll. All right, so we have a 6, a 5, and a 4. So we have 10. We have a 15. Okay, you know what? Luckily, the first 3 stats were like I said, some more or less painfully average, or a little above average. But at least the last 3 were actually pretty good. Okay, so from a roguish, let me check out. Actually, let me get at least a small enough bookmark for that. I'm gonna go back to the rogue. I'm trying to remember what were the best stats to be able to put the highest numbers in. Monk, and I think it was like what, dexterity and something. I think it was dexterity, constitution, or something of that nature. That's a ranger. We have one more class here. Yeah, for the quick build, dexterity highest, and and intelligence should be highest as well. If you want to excel at, it says, yeah, if you want to excel at investigation or plan to take up the arcane trickster archetype, if you want to do intelligence, choose charisma instead if you emphasize deception and social interaction. Then it does say second, choose the charlatan archetype, which I think, yeah, that's what we said we were gonna. Yeah, that's what we're thinking of anyway. Funny how all that works out, right? Okay, so in this case, let's put in the raw numbers here. So first we have 2 15, so we said 15 is definitely going in there. And in this case, it says, yeah, we do want to go charisma. That's the other 15. And then we have 14. I definitely like having one of the higher numbers being in Constitution, because I really like making sure I have good, at least to have the chance of having the best health and stuff possible. So that's 14, and we have 2 12s and an 11. Let's go 12. Yeah, shoot. 12 and 11. All right. So we have that. So we have at least that set up. Oops, sorry for jiggling the camera there. Okay, that's that. Okay, so first, okay, so we need, yeah, D8. D8, D8, D8. There's D8. We are going to, actually, we need to decide what level should this guy be. You know, I'm going to say, even though I could easily just say level 1, let's go with level 3 because that's where character creation starts getting fun. So we have our D8. Okay, 3. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, so 8. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Before we need our modifiers first. So if we have 12, that's a +1. We have 15, which was plus. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, we can't. We don't want to do that yet. We want to do charlatan first. Let's go deception. Yeah, boy, I'm definitely all over the place, aren't I? Deception and sleight of hand. Let's see, and then yeah, I guess while we're here, we'll go. Tools, we have disguise kit and forgery kit, and then equipment. Fine. Clothes, disguise kit, tools of the tools of the con of your choice. Okay. Where's that? There it is. I'm going to say, let's try a signet ring of an imaginary duke, just to give him a little bit more intrigue. You know, that'd be interesting. That would definitely make for an interesting character development. Let's see. Then let's see. Then we're gonna say for feature, we're gonna do that a little bit. We're gonna say feature is false identity. Yeah, and then we'll get to the other stuff here in a little bit. I want to still have that marked though. Okay. Okay, so yeah, first we need. I'm such a dork. I am a total dork. I am all over the place. So what we're going to do, we need the Goliath stats first. So ability score increases by 2, strength by 2, so that's 14. And constitution, what? Okay. That's 4. What? What the hell's going on? Wait, what? Okay, this is weird. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna try to. It's actually I'm gonna go to a control key, maybe stuck. Yeah, that's true. It could. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it's working. Yeah, I was kind of wondering, you know, but I didn't see. Maybe whatever. I don't know. It looks like it's working now. So, yep, it's all good. Okay. Where was I? Okay, there we go. We were gonna say 14. Okay, yeah, now it's working. Okay. So, and then Constitution by 1. Oh, okay, that gets up to 15. So that's good. And age, alignment size, speed is 30. So let's make sure we get that written down. Okay, and he is a natural athlete, so he has proficiency in athletics, which is always a good thing. Athletics, stones endurance. So you can focus yourself to occasionally shrug off injury. When taking damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12. You add your con modifier to the roll or to the number rolled and reduce the damage by that total. After you use this trait, you can use it again until you finish a long rest, which, okay, cool. And let's see. I said stone endurance. Powerful build, which means you count as a size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift. And he is also mountain born, so he's basically good with high altitude, including elevations above 20,000 feet. You're also naturally adept to cold temperatures, as described in Chapter 5 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. And then for languages, language, please. Okay, languages. He knows common and giant. I'm sure we'll do something like that later. So that means that part is done. All right, let's see. So now that we have that done, okay, so 14 was a +2. 15 was a +2. That's +2. There's a +2 there as well. 11 and 12. Okay, so that's +0. Wisdom was +12. That's a +1. So some fairly decent stats, really. And we said that we were going to have him be a level 3. So we're going to say that he's a... So he's a rogue, so that is a 3d8. 3d8. Okay. There. And then... Okay, so we... 1d8. Okay, d8 plus con. Okay, so we rolled a 4. And so, okay, that's going to actually have to be for my level 2 roll. So 8 plus con. So he starts off with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my gosh, I just thought about this. When I made Mimi last night, or yesterday afternoon, no wonder why her con was so small. Or what con? Her HP was so small. Especially for level 12. I forgot to add my con modifier. Yikes, I'm gonna have to adjust that. Probably after this. Oops. I'm sure there was something I was gonna forget, and that is clearly something I forgot. Alright, so rogue level 3. Oops, that's level 3. Background is a charlatan. We're not going to worry about alignment. Okay, so first of all, he's level 3, so he has a +2 proficiency. Put that there. What are we making today build-wise? We are making, right now, I'm not basing this character off of anything specific or any specific character. Not like the first build with Kratos. In this case, we are literally just starting from ground zero. We are starting at the ground floor. Because like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I never thought about what I was going to build, especially because yesterday I just got done building Mimi, which was a Kenku of literally every class, of like the most biggest mess of a character I think I've ever built, that I think I ever want to build. After Mimi, the Kenku Jack of all trades, basically, because it had all 12 classes. Never again do I want to do that. So in this case, I'm going to start simple. I'm just going with Rogue Goliath at this point, and just go from there. So let's see, and as far as like the idea of where I came from, we were using, what was it? Where is it? Come on, we were doing. Oh my goodness, where was it? Yeah, we were using this right here, this highlighted one, where this man puts you in mind of an unstoppable machine. Yeah, oh yeah, oh my God, yeah, it was a nightmare building that thing. I wouldn't, I would legitimately not be surprised if, I did put that up for people to download in the description of my last stream from yesterday. And if someone looks it up, I'm not going to be shocked at all if people find so many different things wrong with that thing. Aside from the HP, like I said, I forgot. It was insane. It was fucking insane. It was so difficult trying to remember everything. But yeah, so this guy's an unstoppable machine, but he's also supposed to be small and gracefully built. And I thought, what better than a really short Goliath, like maybe a 5'5" Goliath, rather than being like 6 or 7 feet, or six. Well, I'm sorry, not 6 or 7, but 7 or 8 feet. He's just a really small, almost like a pygmy, so to speak, of a Goliath. So just to make it kind of a unique character. Okay, so like in this case, he does. I know he has. Let's do that. Okay. So first, he has expertise. I'm spelling the right. Yes, rice. Right. Sneak, attack, and thieves can't. Okay, so in this case, first I want to make sure. Yeah. Oh my God, an 8-foot dwarf. But no, I think with an 8-foot dwarf, you would definitely. I mean, just like a 4-foot or 4 or 5 foot Goliath. Maybe, I mean, what kind of background, what kind of fun background would you have for, like in this case, a 4 or 5 foot Goliath? And I'd say the same thing with the dwarf, but we're not making a dwarf right now, so I'd say let's not bother with the dwarf side of things. But what would be a good reason for a Goliath to be so short? Tall as he is, what? Oh my God, he would be a fucking square. He's a square-shaped dwarf. Oh, and then people would call him the door. People would literally, he would be called the door, and it would give people the whole new meaning of let me show you the door. Oh, that would be crazy. Let's see. First, before we get into the abilities here, let me before I get too sidetracked here, read your comment in just a second here. Let me get some of this extra stuff done here. For armor, we have light armor. For weapons, we have simple weapons and crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short. I'm probably misspelling things. Oh yeah, oh my God, I am. Rapiers, short swords, and that's it. Okay, then we already have disguise, forgery, and then we have thieves kit, and then dexterity and intelligence. There. Okay, yeah. Short Goliath, he's the runt of the pack, probably treated as such. I mean, that's definitely a good idea because I think that's kind of an idea of what I was going with in this idea. That, yeah, he's just very small. Oh, my. I thought of the perfect name. His name is Kamari. Because in Final Fantasy X, the big blue guy, even though Kamari himself, he's the biggest of the main of the party, yet he is still, but to others like him, he is the runt of the litter. And everyone, all the others, literally would call him the runt of the litter. So that would be because that's what his name is going to be, Kamari. I like it. That's definitely a good idea. I love that. Okay, so choose for skills, acrobatics. Well, I definitely think athletics. Oh, he already has athletics. Deception, insight, I'm going to say definitely intimidation. Because, I mean, even a 4 or 5 foot Goliath is, could very well. I mean, he's supposed to be unstoppable. I'm going to say performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth. I'm going to say, you know what? Even though he's a rogue, he is a Goliath. So I wonder if stealth should even shoot. Well, I'll definitely say acrobatics because, I mean, again, he's still a rogue. But again, that's 2. Oh my god, I don't know. I mean, stealth. Let's see, deception, intimidation. Yeah, definitely intimidation. Yeah, see, I got that. I'd say deception. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, deception. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm still going to say stealth because, I mean, what self-respecting rogue isn't going to have stealth? I mean, I don't care. I don't care if he's big. You wouldn't do. Oh, you wouldn't do. Yeah, because you said when you stealth, maybe just more of a brute rogue. I like that. Yeah, I like that idea. I like the idea of making him a little bit more unique. So that's good. That's good. So yeah, so in that case, insight then. So it's 3. I need 1 more. So acrobatics and athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation. I think if we're not going to go with stealth, I think at the very least we need to have something that maybe a rogue might have, and that's perception. At the very least, he needs perception. If we're not doing stealth, because he needs to be able to still, even if he's, like a freight train kind of a rogue, at the very least, I think he needs perception. Let's see. So he. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so equipment. Start with the following equipment. We're definitely going to say a rapier. Well, God, no. It says rapier or short sword. I mean, okay. What stats here? Because rapiers, they're finesse weapons, so you can use either strength or dexterity. Actually, we have the archetype I have not chosen yet, but I will definitely say he's if we're not doing stealth, thief. Thief would not be good, but if we're not doing stealth, neither would assassination or assassin. So I wonder if Arcane Trickster would be the best one. That'd be interesting. I've only made an assassin, so maybe Arcane Trickster would probably be the best in this case. So, yeah, we'll do Arcane Trickster. Rogue Archetype. Let's see. I think Rogue Archetype was that. Oh yeah. Okay. So level 3 is okay. Hold on. I guess I never. Cunning, action, and then archetype I'm gonna say. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was. um. Yeah, I know. Oh, that'd be interesting. The one things I always used to love doing I would be in a party and I would be like a really big, powerful, like big guy. I would just pick up an ally and just swing him like a bat. So yeah, I think I keep forgetting to look in the damn book here. Um, let's see. Okay. So yeah, you're saying master of intrigue. No, oh, mastermind. Influence and secrets they have. Many spies can. Let's see. Words. Oh, well, words are your weapons as often as knives or poison. The secrets and favors are of some of your favorite treasures. I don't know. Well, I'm honestly kind of wondering. Well, not mastermind in this case. Maybe swashbuckler. Your focus on the training of the art of the blade, relying on speed, elegance, and charm. Even though he's not necessarily elegant, I don't know. He seems to be like more of a weapons guy. Hmm. You bring up definitely a good point. A very good argument of his background. Um, and I guess it would go with the charlatan thing, where have the way with words and stuff. Okay, okay. So like maybe in this case, he's a level right now. We're calling him a level 3 right now. So in that case, maybe a bunch of like level 1s or level 2s or something. I mean, that'd be. You know what? You convinced me. You convinced me. Um, Mastermind. All right. So in this case, let me put this over here a moment. Um, okay, rogue level. Okay, for the rogue level for the mastermind features, he has master of intrigue and master of tactics. Let's see. So we're gonna actually go here. We're gonna have master of intrigue and master of tactics, and we're gonna, just for the sake of anyone who does decide that they want to use this, I'm gonna say, let's see. This is Xanathar. I mean, this is something I should probably better do with every one of them. Oh, oh, that's weird. Automod held a message for reason sexual. Oh, okay, allow will post it to chat, even though he's. Oh, okay. Oh, come on, Modbot or Automod. That's totally okay. Come on. So, I mean, I'm glad I have some of these like security things on here, but something like that. Come on. I mean, I wish it would look more based on the context of what you're talking about, rather than whether or not they just used the word fuck. You did troll the bot. We need. I mean, I would love to say, to troll Nightbot, but I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't, because Modbot or Nightbot seems to be more of a dick than anything, I've noticed. Because I think this is the first time I've ever seen the auto mod thing ever happen with anyone at all. So that's the thing. I will say, even in my rules where it sets up about, you can use language, like the harshest language, like fuck and stuff, but apparently I need to go back and change that in Twitch, which I'll probably do. I'll probably do that later. I'm good for now. Yeah, you know what? Hey, yeah, you got your trolling in for the moment, so yeah, your accomplishment for the day. Um, okay, so let me look at Master of Intrigue. When you choose Dark Type level 3, you gain proficiency with a disguise set, forgery, and one gaming set of your choice. Ooh, you learn 2 languages of your choice. 2 languages of choice, huh? Languages. what's a couple? What would be a good language for rogue Goliath? Hmm. Especially, I mean, it would make sense if he's like the mastermind behind, a group of lesser thieves and stuff. Ooh, ooh. How about goblins? Yeah, how about goblin for one? But maybe going off that thought, how about another goblinoid creature? Maybe like what about hobgoblins? Wait, is hobgoblin a language by itself, or do hobgoblins speak goblin? I don't know. I'm not sure the background of world history, but no. You know what? I don't know why. You need to join. I wish you were here yesterday. I wish you had been here yesterday when I was making Mimi, the Kenku everything, because that would have been perfect. That would have been fucking perfect. Is the general language okay? That's good to know. So that means hobgoblins could have easily been, you know, like maybe I don't know if bugbear is necessarily goblinoid or not. Not that it matters. But I'm just curious about that without looking in the monster manual. But anyway, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with gnomish because because like you were saying that completely makes sense. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go save as desktop. Go with Kamari. Just save that. Bugbears and goblins are all goblins. Hobgoblins created regular goblins as fodder. Okay. Hey, that's good to know. And hey, we're all, when it comes to, D&D in general, we're all learning something a little new. If for those who are watching this don't already know this, that's good to know. I mean, I learned a little something today. Okay. Additionally, you can unerringly mimic the speech patterns of an accent of a creature that you hear speak for at least 1 minute, enabling you to pass yourself off as a native speaker of a particular land, provided that you know the language. That's cool. That would definitely get me in probably through the goblin stuff. And Master of Tactics, starting at third, you use the help action as a bonus action. Oh, boy, he's gonna have a ton of bonus action stuff. The disengage and all that stuff, and the disengage and the hide and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and the dash action, that's the other one. Let's see, target within 30 feet rather than within 5 feet of you if the target can see and hear you. Okay. So I think that deals with everything that I need in Xanathar. Okay, so for sneak attack, third level sneak attack, so that's a 2d6. Okay, so that's, I'm going to say 2d6. Okay. And I know for expertise, oh, that's right, we're still doing equipment. We're still doing the equipment. He can travel abroad with accent knowledge. Yeah, that would be really neat. That's actually, I like that. I mean, he is a mastermind. He needs to be able to know all this stuff. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to say rather than a rapier, because for a Goliath, I think normally when I do a rogue, I love the rapiers, but I think because number one, he's a Goliath, rapiers are for sissies, poke, 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 and the fact that he has a +2 on both dexterity and strength. I think I'm going to go ahead and say rather than a rapier, I'm going to go with a short sword. Because, little slashy sounds a little bit more Goliathy than poke poke. Okay, and then he has a short. The next would be a short sword and quiver of 20 arrows, or another short sword. So I think from a tactical point of view, I really feel like the bow would be a great idea, but at the same time, it'd be cool if he had like two swords or whatever, so he can go zoom zoom, and starts slashing things. With a longsword, he may not get sneak attack with a longsword, but he can travel with many daggers for quick execution or throwing. Yeah, it's true. Well, the thing is, he later in the equipment, it does say he has leather armor, 2 daggers, and thieves' tools, so he will for sure have daggers, for sure. But I'm wondering, but for the first part, it says for either the bow or second short sword. Short sword. What do you think would be better? I mean, tactically, the bow would be good, but 2 short swords. For the love of God, he is a Goliath, and I'm kind of wondering, this tactical, pew pew kind of thing may not necessarily suit him. I mean, he could always buy a bow later if he feels it necessary, if he feels and deems it necessary. I think in this case I'm going to go with the second short sword. I think. Let's see, short sword. I mean, then again, this probably could be, problem. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right with him. Let's see. Next, either a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. I'm gonna say dungeoneer's pack. I don't know why. That just seems like it'd be something better. Dungeoneer's pack. Come on, pack. And then I can always write down the stuff probably later here when I get over to the equipment side. Then now we have leather armor. Leather armor. Then we have we have the thieves tools, and then finally we have 2 daggers. Okay, then again, we can deal with all that stuff when we finally get up to the equipment side of things. Okay, so expertise. This is what I was focusing on here. I was trying to focus on until I kept thinking of everything else, equipment and proficiencies and stuff, annoying, unnecessary things like that. First level, you choose 2 of your skill proficiencies, or 1 of your skill proficiencies and your proficiency with thieves' tools. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of the certain proficiencies. Let's see, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any of the ability checks you make. So I think in this case, let me get that so we can actually, come on, really? 125. Let's see. Would be okay. Oh, first, in that case, we may need to get this stuff taken care of first. +2 dexterity. That's a +4 constitution. +2 intelligence is a +2. Wisdom is a +1. And a charisma is a +2. Alright, so with strength, actually I guess I didn't have to do that because I have to double it anyway. Okay, now that was the only strength one. We're going to go in dexterity. Okay, again, come on, there we go, +4. Dex. Where are we going with dex? Oh my goodness, seriously. +4. I mean, not that I'm complaining. That's +4 is still better than +2. Okay, so then dex, con, intelligence, intel. There we go. Okay. Wisdom. Wisdom, so that's a +3. Wisdom, that's a +3. And then finally bam, and then finally charisma. Oh, I forgot to do intel on this one. It's a +0. There and there. There. Okay, so that does that. Let's just do a double quick save. Oh, and his initiative is going to be a +2. Sweetness. Okay, come on, hold on. There, okay. So, okay, so that pretty much... Okay, so, whatever. How about, let's just say, can we say 70%? Yeah, okay, that's actually perfect. That's good. Okay, so we have double checking, expertise, sneak attack. These can't. Cunning action. Okay, I don't remember what cunning action. Quickly thinking agility allows you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action. And if it turns, this is where you can, for the dash, disengage or hide. And then now we can also use the help action as well because the mastermind thing. Let's see. So, okay, for the rogue archetype. Oh, that's okay. We already did the archetype. Okay, so. Okay, so we're gonna go for. What are we looking for? Equipment, I believe. Equipped Malto. Okay, so he does have a leather armor. So that's 11 plus dex. It's 11, 12, 13. Not the greatest. Not the greatest, but Kamari's going to be fucking crazy like that. And like we said, he's going to probably let most of his followers and the like do most of the dirty work potentially before he gets in the action. Or he's gonna definitely use a lot of his sneak attacks, like a lot. Okay, so then for shorts, swords. Actually, just in case, I think before I go any farther, I want to make sure I roll for money. 4d4s. 1. Oh, I'm getting there. That's what you said. 2. Where's another d4? There's a d4, and here's another d4. That's what I want. Okay, let's move here, because then maybe if we can get enough, we can start off with enough gold. Perhaps we can. I don't know. Maybe it's not going to matter because I don't know how much I want to be buying off this for this guy. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 80. So at least based on this, at least we know that he could buy some stuff. Hold on. Wisdom, for the wisdom, perception, wisdom. That would be, perception. Is it +3? So that's a 13. Okay. So, yeah, going back to the equipment side here. Looking for the weapons. Okay, so we have a short sword. That is a 1d6. 1d6. I don't know why we're even bothering to paste it. Okay. And then, okay, so for the attack bonus, let's see. I made a Kobold Bard not too long ago, realized that Kobolds get a -2 strength, and I made a strength 8, which, down to 2. Ouch. He couldn't carry his starting equipment. He had to drop, oh, dude. That sucks. That shit hurts right there. That shit hurts. Now, that's the thing. Now, I guess one thing I should ask in this case, so are you one of those players or even DMs who definitely deals with equip load? Because I think most of the people that I play with, especially from the DM standpoint, not me as a DM, but I as a DM don't usually care too much about equip load unless it's obviously ridiculous, like, you're going to carry this 2-ton boulder on your back? No, obviously not. Or this wagon on your back? No. But for the most part, I don't mind too much about equip load myself. But in regards to like DMs, I don't think I've had a DM yet who's dealt with equip load or has minded equip load so much or at all. Of course, unless it's obviously ridiculous, kind of like a boulder or I'm gonna just carry this wagon over my shoulder, or I'm gonna sit there and pick up a fucking horse, I'm just gonna lottie dottie, without at the very least slowing down or something, Yeah, I can carry a wagon or a boulder, but a few feet to my size of my 7-year-old, I would make it. You know what? I mean, that is a good point. That is definitely a good point. How tall is he? A few feet tall kobold. Yeah, I think that's probably why. I'm not saying kobolds are bad, but I probably wouldn't make a. I mean, just like I think the same thing as a goblin. I wouldn't mind. I think it'd be fun to do like a kobold or like a goblin, but at the same time, 3 feet. Yeah, gotta love the autofocusing on this thing. But yeah, I think with if you're talking like 3 or 4 foot slender little creature like a goblin or a kobold or something, yeah, that would make sense. Especially if he had the strength of 6, that would make sense. You would definitely have. I could definitely see that being a rogue or something for sure. I could not see something like that as being a barbarian or something. Or I could see maybe being like a ranger or something. Someone who could, ping people with pew pew, archery or something. Maybe a coward with his grovel bag ability. Oh. Ooh. Definitely in for the role play. I like that. That is awesome. That's actually a really good idea. I think that would be a kind of a good idea for like another character at some point in the future for me to make is where obviously it's a very small creature. I mean, I know that technically I could do something like this with like I'm doing this sort of with this Goliath. He might be maybe I'll just say 4 feet. He's definitely like a pygmy Goliath or something. Like just a weird genetic mutation, just a really strange mutation. But but again, he's still a fucking Goliath. He's still pretty, he's still very toned, very, muscular enough that even for that, I mean, just it's still like taking on a dwarf. Just because the dwarf is, only 4 or 5 feet tall or something, they're still stocky and kind of big for their size, and you would not want to just take on a dwarf in like a wrestling match. You would not do well in a pig pile with a dwarf or a really short Goliath. No, not gonna work. Not gonna work. Okay, so we are okay. So short sword. See, I think short swords. Oh, short swords are also finesse, so I guess it really doesn't matter. So that would be a +4 since he's proficient in it. Let's say +2. A +2. He plays lute to put people to sleep or sleep. Well, I like that with a sleep spell. Yeah, if I'm the center of bad guys, drop and beg. Otherwise, spend most of his time on their shoulders to travel to lost party member. But yeah, back to no. I mean, I definitely think that's some very good idea. Yeah, your typical, weakling coward who. Oh, unless like, I would love to build a character like so maybe similar to that, but yet the kind where he acts fucking tough, like he's the biggest baddest bitch in this group or in the yard. But the moment somebody actually calls his bluff and tries taking him on, no, please, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. I was trying to like see how see if you guys were really up to snuff. I'm sorry. He's just that. I think that would be great. Like, oh, if he had like a really high charisma or something, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Comic relief, not really. Oh my god, dude. you have got to check out the stream from yesterday. That's what my Kenku jack of all trades, not just I'm just a jack of all trades, and not doesn't really mean anything, but like that character, oh my god, the most useless fucking guy in the world. I mean, he's really good at deception. He's a hermit. He stays away from people, but yet it's a Kenku. His deception. He has fairly good. Yes, I mean, for considering that he is level 1 of every single character of all 12 classes, his skills aren't too horrible, to be honest. But anyway, back to the rogue, back to the Goliath rogue, short Goliath rogue. Anyway, so daggers, 1d4 of damage. I guess that'd be a +2. And then I think that'd be another +4, I believe. Let's see. So that's 4 weapons. Let's see. We didn't do any stuff. I mean, yeah, especially for being. I was just thinking, for this powerful build things, considering that when it comes to carrying capacity, he's pretty. He does pretty good. Since it's like 1 level higher in terms when it comes to carrying capacity. Can you imagine a 4-foot guy carrying something like way bigger than he is? That'd be crazy. You know what? Okay, so alignment. Again, I'm not gonna deal much with alignment. Okay, so backgrounds. So now that we have, I think, more of the stats down, the skills down, a little bit better idea of who this fella is. Let's see. Okay, so personality traits. Fall in and out of love easily. He's a Goliath. No. I have a joke for every occasion. No. Flattery is my preferred trick for getting what I want. I can't really see that happening. He's got balls of steel regardless of height. Again, very much like a dwarf. Dwarves might be teeny tiny, but oh my god, they... Yeah. I'm a born gambler. No, I lie about almost everything, even when there's no good reason to. Sarcasm, insults are my weapon. Sarcasm and insults. Oh my god. I would pull backgrounds from the criminal. You'd think, let's look at the criminal then. I always have a plan for everything. I'm always calm no matter what the situation. My god, I don't know. First thing I do in a new place is note the locations. No, I would rather make a new friend than a new enemy. I guess a lot of people would much rather do that. I'm slow to trust. I don't pay attention to the risks in a situation. Never tell me the odds. Background to reflect the gang group. Okay. All right. Let's just a minute. Let's deal with this. I do like that. Hold on. Oops. I don't pay attention to the risks because balls of steel. Just because. Just because. Or let's see. We'll look at the merchant, see if there's anything at all we can pull from that. Sailor. Oops, I think we went a little bit too far. A little bit too far. Just a little bit. Okay, there's Outlander. Noble. Outlander. Merchant. Where was that? Was that in the player's handbook? Oh, guild. Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't remember seeing merchant. There was the guild artisan. Yeah, because I think that's the one. Guild artisan. Let's see. Yeah, but anything worth doing is worth doing right. No, I'm a snob who looks down on those who can't appreciate fine art. I mean, I could potentially say I don't know, I could say, going off the whole snob thing, maybe not as far as art's concerned. Um, let's see, I'm just gonna, I'm snobby because I'm the leader of my thieves guild or something. Yeah, he's just he's kind of the leader a little bit. Um, okay, so I think that probably is kind of interesting. Ideals, just looking back at charlatan, or even, I mean, criminal could be good too. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Because again, the original was for the fine art, but of course he doesn't give up. I mean, unless his art is to carve up people and let his lackeys do all the work, that kind of thing. Um, see, ideal, well, honor. I mean, I guess thing. I mean, just because he's a rogue, I guess doesn't mean he can't be honorable. But then he does use goblins and such goblinoid creatures as followers. Um, I'd say that's a little bit, maybe more, a little bit more of an evil, because I don't think most good people are going to use necessarily honor. I mean, unless he's beaten down these goblins big time. Regardless of, ooh, I will lead my allies to victory regardless of cost. You mean that? But see, that's because that's the thing. Because again, goblins do best in numbers, and maybe if he can climb the, rather than maybe having like a hobgoblin as leader or some other goblin war chief, some quote unquote bigger goblin, maybe he came in and found these goblins, and he easily slaughtered. He went through like a number of goblins, eventually getting to like the goblin war chief or hobgoblin chief leader, and killed him, and then he took over the goblin clan. I like that. So yeah, in this case, let's see. Come on. I'll lead my goblin lackeys / allies. You want to completely rule from the shadows. He will use who he can to get that higher standard. Yeah, on lackey allies. Let's see. I will lead my allies to victory, even if that means come on, vice any number of goblins. Because again, I mean, in some, that's probably also a little bit of that whole goblin way of life thing, where when goblins go to attack, I mean, it's probably not, maybe not, I don't know if it's as bad as like kobolds per se, but they definitely have that level of like, of that such, they will attempt to overwhelm you in their goblin numbers, even if, probably dozens upon dozens of them die. Um, let's see. Let's see. Even the occasional gnome. I like that. Even the occasional gnome. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Let's see. And then bonds. Let's look at bonds. Trying to pay off an old debt, ill-gotten gains to go to support my family. Well, not necessarily. How about this? My ill-gotten gains will go towards furthering my own selfish desires. Boy, you know what? I think I'm already starting to see an alignment shift already, for sure. I think this guy's definitely going to be, how about, I don't know, how about this time, rather than always, because I always tend to go with neutral something. How about, well, I mean, it is kind of a goblin thing. We're sort of building a passive-aggressive or deceptively aggressive gang leader. Yeah, that's true. let's see. So I think, how about this? How about he's just chaotic? I don't normally make very many evil characters. I'm either making either neutral or good characters, especially either or chaotic neutral or like maybe chaotic good. Those are my favorite. Or maybe neutral. I was never a fan of lawful anything. Because that's even lawful good. Is your goody two shoes paladin kind of role? No, no thanks. Or I mean, lawful evil is a little better, or maybe lawful neutral, but never lawful good. No thanks. That's not how I roll. I don't want to always follow the rules. Go with neutral. What about how about this then? If that, well, yeah, it's either chaotic. How about either chaotic evil or maybe chaotic neutral? That is probably the most evil you're going to get without actually being evil. Yeah, let's do that. Chaotic neutral. He attempts to get what he wants, perhaps because he feels the world needs a change for the better. Well, although, so I mean, yeah, you could say maybe he wants to. I'm trying to think as far as going things for the better. Maybe he's like maybe a Robin Hood, but yet he is maybe has a focus more specifically like evil, or not evil, but like selfish. He's a little selfish, but he feels he's also desire. How about the soul and selfish desires, as well as for the betterment of society. Boy, I still think in this case he's still definitely going to be looked upon as potentially evil, especially if he's leading goblins as a rogue leader of some kind. I guess that is true, just because it's like kind of like those villains that you see, where they have some plan to, oh, I have to destroy civilization because I feel that it's that we have to decrease the surplus population. Heck, maybe that could be a flaw. How about by doing things for? How about if the quote the betterment of things? His ideals are a little flawed, making him do things that aren't necessarily quote unquote good. I like that. Okay, then that's necessarily just to actually make sure it's spelled right. His world. Yeah. Okay. All right. First, say that again. Let's definitely say that again. Use large amounts of resources to get there. Yeah. Let's see. He also overdoes things with resources. Let's just say that. Boy, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, I think that should definitely be it for that. Okay, hold on. Kamari. Well, let's see. Okay, so for age, yeah, I guess age doesn't necessarily matter, I suppose. Let's say these, he's doing these ideal with these weird, this odd neutral / evil sense of. Yeah, I was thinking 30s or 40s. I was thinking that too, but I'm thinking maybe he's a tooch younger for the whole ideal thing. He's trying to learn. He has that young, maybe he has that young like aspect, that young sense of like idealism, and where maybe he's old enough to have his own ideals, but he's still young, where he thinks he's out to like change the world, even if it ends up hurting the world a little bit instead. And I feel like maybe like someone in the 20s, like maybe 25, you know, like 20 to 25 maybe. I'm thinking maybe let's say he's mid-range of that. I'm going to say make him 23. Height, you know what? We're just going to say, you know what? Rather than just being, you know, a pure 4 foot, we're going to say he's 4'3". He's short even for a dwarf. Let's see. If he's level 3, he's not been adventuring, just consolidating. He's a deep mastermind, but spend much of his time becoming as much. That's true. He's definitely skilled enough where he's gotten himself into the position of, like you said, mastermind, but also where he's just skilled enough where he could take on goblins from a rogue perspective. Where he's maybe where he snuck into. Ooh, okay, actually, here I have an idea. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's say he became a leader of the goblins by sneaking. Oh, that's right. So he didn't sneak into his reputation. He's a brute. So I would always want to say by quote unquote sneaking. You know, his version of sneaking is not truly sneaking. Yeah, true. Yeah, he brooded into it. Yeah, so he bruted his way into a goblin camp. Oh, I have an idea. Into a goblin camp with some dumbass. Let's see. What kind of lackeys? But you know, where he's using these people just to kind of help, you know, as a distraction. How about what kind of lackeys? Like maybe a couple of. Oh, unless he maybe he managed to intimidate maybe some really young dwarves into being by his side to get into this goblin war camp. I like that. Dumbass young dwarves brewed his way into a goblin camp with some dumbass young dwarves, where he was able to use them as fodder. That's as I'll just say cannon fodder. Cannon fodder. Once he reached the goblin warlord, he fought him one-on-one, killing him. And then once victorious, once victorious, he asserted his dominance over, which I'm going to have to change, spell check that, his dominance over the goblins. Let's see, over the goblins. I guess that's good enough. Victorious. That's exactly what he ate after he killed the goblin warlord. He decided to celebrate his victory by eating Victorios. 5 Victorios. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah. You know what? It was a special kind of delicious because, as you know, victorious victory is in fact very delicious. Most of the time, of course. Of course, we always go into the whole, you know, deep into it about, oh, well, just because you won doesn't mean it's always great. You know, no Victoria. oh, I know. You just gave me an idea. As a way to make some extra continuous money on the side, he he grouped, oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Continuous, there we go. That was driving me fucking crazy. He grouped together some gnomes to create a small. I guess I know factory is probably not the best way to describe it per se because we're going off a fancy setting here, but let's say just a gnomish factory to create a small. Oh my god, the Keebler gnomes, a small gnomish. To create a small. Oh my god, Keebler. Oh my god, Keebler gnomish factory. Can't think of the word. I'm looking forward to start. Well, if you can think of it, go ahead and let me know. A Keebler gnomish. Well, we're gonna keep it. It's Keebler. For now, Keebler. How about I think just so we don't have any sort of copyright, to keep it in a more fantasy type setting. How about a Keebler? No, we're just gonna say gnomish factory for now. To create that mass produces fic. Come on, noise the dash fic. Torios. Basically taking advantage of being paid safety fee or protection money. Yeah, it's basically taking it. Okay, yeah. Extortion. Yes. Through extortion of the gnomes. Yeah, I like that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's see. Okay, well, let's go with a little bit more specifics here. Yeah, you're right. It is extortion. Okay, but let's say. I guess in this case, there's no specific thing we need, I guess, for eye color. So, I think at this point, let's see. Endorse it. Yes, I'm endorsing. Oh, that's the idea. Even though he's definitely extorting these gnomes to create this factory for regular income. He's too polite to call it extortion. He calls it endorsement. It's an endorsement deal. You're endorsing me. Because my face is on the packaging of these cookies. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, by the way, it's not extortion. It's endorsement. It's endorsement. Wink, wink. Let's see. Extortion? No, hold on. Extortion. It's endorsement. It's definitely endorsement. Yes. It's endowment. Yes. He has a large factory of gnomes because he's very self-aware of his endowment. He did, yeah. And heals. Oh, that would have been perfect for a flaw. He's for. Well, I guess we don't have to necessarily put it in the flaws. Although I think that's definitely a cool idea. Yeah, he's a manipulator, but he's also he is compensating for something. And we're just gonna say his height. His height. Yeah, his height. But I don't think I want him. I don't want. But I was gonna go into something else, but I don't think I want to go into that because this would have to be like Daquine by night. Daquine nighttime character creation. Yeah, that's when. Oh my God, no, I don't know if I want to go there. Daquine by night. You and me end up using like the Oh my God, what was that one? The one book. It's not an actual official Wizards of the Coast book. Oh my God, it's no. You know how there was the Book of Vile Darkness, and then there was the one with the sex one. It all had to do with sex, and yeah, that'd be a whole other bag of beans there. That's a whole other thing. I don't think I want to be going that far unless I made a whole different Twitch account and went on that. Anti-hero you really feel for, yeah, and I think that's the thing when it comes to role playing this guy. Maybe I think whoever decides to use this character should really try playing up that you know I'm the whole reason why I've done what I've done. I want to help make things better, but I go about the wrong way. And I by one reason is that like as an example, I'm suddenly the leader of goblins, which is not the best group of creatures to be with. And on top of that, he's extorting a bunch of gnomes for financial gain. But yet somehow he still has this thing in his mind where he feels like he's doing the right thing, but he but again he's going about the wrong way, and it's just a vicious cycle, just an absolute vicious cycle. um Found that one and thought it was interesting. I was like, you well, I mean, there's a part of me where I do have the Book of Vile Darkness. I know you can't see it right here. Hold on, see if we can, like, up there in my bookcase. Again, you still can't see. You see just a bunch of like old Magic the Gathering novels here, but up there, like in the shelf right above this one right here, above these books, I have all my D&D books, and I have, my God, what was it? I have like fourth edition. I have some of my fifth edition books, obviously. The ones I'm not using at the current moment, and then I have like a bunch of Pathfinder, and then the only 3.5 book I ever have, is that I have right now is the Book of Vile Darkness, because it's the Book of Vile Darkness. I found it for like $20, but I think the only reason why I don't know if I want to go out and buy that sex one is because, number one, if someone ever was looking up in my books and found that one, they'd be like, dude, seriously? you know like, oh my God, man, what kind of shit are you doing? But also, I think, but the biggest thing, I mean, not that I necessarily care about that, because it'd probably be pretty easy to hide up there amongst the masses of other RPG books that I've got. But I think it's also that it's really expensive. It's like, I want to say it's like $200 or something on eBay. Almost every single one is that. Hold on, let me grab it. Yeah, it is 3.5. uh Come on, there we go. Yeah, there was like this one right here. This one, well, yeah, this is the 3.5 version of it. I'm pretty sure it's 3.5. I'm almost positive, but definitely a general third edition, if anything. But I mean, something like this. Oh my! I just thought of another interesting thing I could somehow do. Maybe maybe I could, like, on a character, a future character, I could potentially use this to at least give me some really good ideas. It would be fun just to have a pure villain. Just the, I mean, no pun intended here, but the most vile motherfucker out there. That would be fucking crazy. That would be crazy. Uh yeah. Damn, dude. But yeah, that would be that would, I think, be another really fun one to do. I'd have to kind of do a research, like, I mean, I would want to say, like, make one who's like, like a disciple of Despater, or a disciple of Mammon, or something, or Asmodeus, or even as like a cancer mage or something. But anyway, but that's aside the point. But yeah, there was that sex one. But see this how this book, even though this is definitely focuses on evil, this one is still made by Wizards of the Coast. It actually has the Wizards of the Coast logo on there. But that sex one, it does not say Dungeons and Dragons. It does not say Wizards of the Coast. Yeah. It's because things that is it's like a third party one. So of course, from a legal standpoint, they can't use the Wizards logo. They can't use, Dungeons and Dragons, or you can't say Dungeons and Dragons or D&D or anything like that from the legal standpoint. Oh, really? There's a Pathfinder version? Oh, you know what? That's another. I should look for that one. I should definitely look for that. Because I have quite a few Pathfinder books up there. I mean, when I say quite a few, I mean like maybe 10-ish, like half the core book, like the Cult Adventures, the Horror Adventures, like three of the bestiaries, stuff like, yes, things like that. What? Really? Oh, come on, guy. Come on, Paizo. That is what I call fucking cheap. I mean, I guess please at least tell me that even though it was divided up into 3 books, I sure hope to God that each of those 3 books was at least 200 or 300 pages. Maybe not 300, but at least 200, 250 or something. Because if you're going to do something like that, you need to make sure there's enough material, make sure there's enough meat, within each of those 3 books. Because I don't want to spend a minimum of 30, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks or whatever it would be on essentially, what's supposed to be one book. But to the Monster Manual, a type of archetypes, spells, and ceremonies to perform. They were small but packed. I mean, I guess that's good. That's always good. Do you know how much those books were? Because that's something that I probably wouldn't mind. At least I don't know if I'd legitimately buy it or not. I mean, it depends on how much they are and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, if they're like $50 plus, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, because this one, yeah, I don't know if you saw, Player's Handbook. So yeah, definitely this one's definitely a little smaller. But I mean, if that's the case, at least that's not horrible. I mean, so if you're basically having 3 of these, I guess in terms of material, that's always good. But yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe because since it drills down into a little bit some more specific things, like you said, demons, devils, and what was it? Devils, demons, and one for demons. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good that each one is more. I'm assuming has more specific material found within each one, but yeah, I definitely think that maybe next week when I start this up again, I think that would just be kind of fun. Is to this time focus on probably someone who's legitimately evil. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe I should do some research. I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna buy something just to make a character, but maybe if I specifically made at the very least someone who is chaotic evil. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter as long as it's not neutral evil. Maybe because I've heard some arguments that lawful evil is just as bad, if not worse, than chaotic evil. That'd be kind of fun. But I'm thinking that'd be something. I think that would be a good way to get things going. And I think if we're going with evil, that would definitely give some good ideas like Fallen Asimar or something or something like that, or like one of the monstrous races, like the hobgoblin or a goblin or a bugbear or something, or like an orc, because orcs are generally evil. They're generally evil races, so something like that would be kind of cool. The book, I see, they were called Book of the Damned in 3 volumes. Oh, okay. $40, huh? Dude, yeah, man, that's one of those things where it's like, that'd be cool. I would love to be able to get these books, even if I don't get to really use them. I mean, like when it comes to use of the books, are they more GM sided or are they more player sided? Because that's a whole other thing. I mean, could you play as a demon or a devil, or are these just like, hey, I'm going to have a devil or a demon or something as an enemy or an NPC, you know? I mean, yeah, we could make a goblin. You know what? You know what? I want to save that. I want to save. I'm going to save that. I think for next session. I think if you can join me again next week, probably on a Friday or Saturday. Hopefully, I'm assuming. I'm not sure if it'll be Saturday. If it is Saturday, it'll probably be Goblin. Definitely a good idea. But I think if I am able to do something next Saturday, it'll be might be a little earlier than normal, maybe, because I do have a D&D game in the early afternoon. So normally, like instead of doing the normal stream time like I am doing here, I'm probably going to have to either do it on Friday, probably around the same time Friday next week, or if I'm going to do it exactly 1 week from today, do it Saturday, I'm going to have to do it a little bit more in the morning. Probably like name him Gobby. Well, his whole name is Gobstopper. That's okay. No, wait. I don't want to create any more characters today because then I'm going to want to do it, and we've already filled our one character quota at this point. So real quick. Yeah, so we generally have our character here. I'm not going to worry about any spells because he's not an arcane trickster. But not just Gobby. Well, I just think but I think going off the Gobby, even if we do just call him Gobby, there's a whole slew of ideas that we could potentially go off of. With like the whole Willy Wonka idea. But I don't know. But for right now, we're not going to worry about that because we've already filled our character quota for the day. Another one looks like it's an updated version, hardcover of Book of the Damned, single volume. Oh shit! Seriously, they include monster stat blocks, but mainly player options to play any specific cultist or characters that work with infernals. 50-50 DM and player material. See, those are the books. Those are books I think that are cool. Although I will say I like books that are just DM or just player related. I think Paizo does a fairly good job at that, but the 5th edition stuff I think is interesting when it comes to that 50-50 stuff. He's just part Oompa Loompa. Yeah, exactly. And there are tons of others that look just like him. But again, if we can remember to do that, let's do that next time. Like maybe like I don't know. I think if you friended me there, we could probably do something like that next week. Let's see. Hello. Oh, hey there, Mr. Hellboy. And yeah, Hell Jump. Oh, I see. Yeah, hey, Hell Jumper. Yeah, definitely part Oompa Loompa. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, that actually would probably work just awesome. Like, yeah, maybe like he's very orange skinned or something, green hair. He sings. He loves to sing songs. He's a goblin. He's a goblin bard. Oh my god, no, I'm creating him now. I don't want to do that now. I just got done creating a character. Suck the succubus. Oh man, guys, I wish you guys had jumped in earlier when we were still creating this guy. We could have had we could have had comments flying all over the place here. Oh my god. Goblin that tastes like many different things. People can't resist licking him. Dude, that's nasty. That, in the words of Cleveland Brown, well, that's nasty. That's just nasty. That's nasty. But I'm wondering what in the hell, as far as the hell holding. I mean, I can sort of see the whole licking him as potentially being sexual, but come on, seriously? The same as, but would that be the same as a help action? Government taste like. Would that be the same as help action? Dude. That's taking help a little too far. Oh, I'm helping you. I'm helping you with the relief. It's the relief action. Oh, oh. I don't think I want a goblin licking me or me licking a goblin. Any sort of licking that anytime that involves licking and goblins in the same sentence or idea. No, 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 no. That's nasty. His hair tastes like cotton candy, and his toast tastes like chocolate. That's nasty. Yeah, yeah. Instead of producing sweat, his body produces like I don't know, uh, soda. So it's soda. He produces soda instead of sweat. And instead of toe jam, it's toe chocolate. Oh, woo! Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. Who would be? See, would be a terrible gym bad guy to throw at those players. Oh my God! Yeah, no kidding. No fucking kidding, man. I don't know if I'd wanna. I mean, I would love to do that. It would be like me saying my Mimi character, that Kenku of every single class. That would be the most terrible but most fun character to play with. That would be hilarious. Um, Lose their minds. But the sweat is chocolate milk or mouth. Oh, maybe it depends on the phases of the moon. One minute he sweats chocolate milk, but then when it's a new moon, he produces Mountain Dew. Oh no, he pisses Mountain Dew. He pisses Mountain Dew, but produces chocolate milk flavored sweat. But yet it's totally safe to lick. As nasty as of an idea as that is. Ew. Thank you, by the way. Um, let's see. Oh my God, dude. Why in the would you even want to talk about goblin nips? That's nasty, man. That is fucking nasty, and I love it. Not in a sexual way, because there's no way in I want to even consider the image of goblin nipples that looked like was it that looked like something. Hold on. Oh, Candy Goblin, a creation of the Keebler elves. His pubes are spaghetti noodles. Oh God, man, that what's wrong with you people? Oh my God, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Hold on. How many pounds does it take to change a light bulb? 2 to put a new bulb, another to uphold the light. I'm doing my best to not kick that. that is a bad. That's just bad, man. Goblin health class. Let's learn anatomy. He's a candy goblin. My God. Goblin health class. Yeah. Someone ban. I don't know why. We got. I mean, maybe I'm kind of glad we're doing this to have a kind of a fun, easygoing way of doing things here, because granted, we just created a kind of an interesting rogue, and rogues don't take that long to create. So maybe this is a good thing that we're doing weird things. Oh God! I mean, this is the time. Let's see how often. Let's see how many weird anatomy things we could do. I mean, what's his heart made out of? Like his liver's made out of cake. Here's something. Oh my God, yeah, we got so far. Yeah, no kidding, man. I mean, maybe that's good. That way we don't, because I'm afraid that if we remained too serious on the matter, then we would most certainly end up creating a whole new character, and that's not what I want to do on this session, because we've already spent enough time creating Kamari, the 4-foot rogue. He has the heart of a candy apple. Yes, on the outside of the heart is sweet, but when you finally get into the meat of the heart, it's nothing but crispy, juicy apple, crispy, juicy blood flavored apple juice. He has no liver. That's his issue. Oh, jeez. He has no liver. That's the. So it's like, wait, so if he has no liver, how does he process certain enzymes and stuff? That that's interesting. How it? I mean, I guess it's like how producing cotton candy, for sweat, or not cotton candy sweat, cotton candy hair, chocolate milk flavored sweat, Mountain Dew flavored piss. I mean, this guy would be like an absolute abomination of who knows what the kind of plane. I mean, what plane would this guy even come from? It certainly sure as hell would not be from an elemental plane, from a material plane. That would be crazy. His saliva is caramel. Oh, hey, I like that. He's cursed, but maybe by like what, like a trickster god or something. He was gluttonous in his normal life. So just for shits and giggles, this trickster god cursed him so much that even though he's still completely alive, and he definitely has a certain different look. Excuse me, has a certain look about him where it's like, wow, he's so different. The joke is he absolutely hates candy and children. Oh yeah, but see now, I mean, oh yeah, but yeah, maybe he hates candy, but yet he was still insanely gluttonous, and now he smells nothing of sweets and deliciousness. And now every time he looks at certain children under a certain age, like maybe 6 and under or something, all he sees is like something made something made out of candy, and all he wants to do is like eat it, and he wants to eat that child, even though he knows he salivates at the matter, but yet he just hates candy, but yet he wants to eat it. So he's like he hates. It's such like it's like a whole catch-22. It's the irony of the whole situation. The god is a giant gumball. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a sentiment. A sentiment. Am I saying that right? It's yeah. It's a gumball that knows it exists, and it lives on the plane of it lives on the food plane in the can in the can in can it, the, oh it's a god that lives in Candyland in the plane of food. Hey, it's canon. It's been said. It's canon now. A gnome god that is known as the Baker or Candyman. See, that's another one. That'd be another fun deed to have. That's one of the other things I was really wanting to do was instead of just doing character creation, just like what I was just doing, where we make like maybe some fun deities like this, make really odd characters, or just do some fun ass world building. That would be fucking fantastic. So if anyone wants to do that, let me know, because I think that would be really fun. If we knew we could get a bunch of people like this together, that would be fucking hilarious. Beholder. Oh, I love that. A gumball beholder, and he thinks he's perfect. He is the tyrant of Candyland. That's fucking perfect. That's fucking perfect. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, you know what? I will do my best. Oh, and what's so this the beholder, the gumball tyrant beholder. What will his name be? Maybe his name is ironic. Maybe his name is actually Gumball. Oh, that'd be fun. Beholder Adventures in Candyland. Each tube is a pool noodle. No, I mean, oh well, no. How about this? Maybe that's a whole nother beholder. That'd be beholder where he is like he's an inflatable with like in pool land or in beach land or something. Put a pool land like yeah, and yeah, he's an inflatable toy that has pool noodles for eye stalks. That's funny. King Candy. Oh my god, guys, that's fucking perfect. King Candy. I love that. He's trying to take over Candyland from the dessert maker. Oh god. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely have this stuff to look back on here when I finally hop offline. Man, that's perfect. Sweetness in the tooth of the beholder. He's a tyrant trying to take over Candyland. Yeah. Oh, I already read that one. King Candy Kid. Yeah, and he acts like a kid, or maybe he's like a kid who's like so hyper because since he is literally nothing but pure sugar, he's hyper. He's totally hyper. He's like the tasty tomb of annihilation, and the brother is Bob the Baker. Bob the Baker. Oh God. You know what? I mean, all I want to do is just sit here and look at the comments, see what other kind of weird things we could potentially do to add on to this whole mess of candy beholder guys. He's on 24/7 sugar rush. So not only is he, I mean, he's it's like this one of those moments where you think normal beholders are paranoid. No, you ain't seen fucking nothing. This guy, he's just. It's like his giant eye. Oh, his giant eye is like. I mean, he's. And he has that. Kind of a thing. It's fucking crazy. Extra sweet tea. His eye stalks. Oh yeah. And where the actual irises are, where it's nothing but black because the irises are so dilated that you don't even see the color anymore. You see, rather than the only color you see is like just a teeniest tiny bit. You'd have to look really close just to see that, and even his main eye is just so dilated because of the sugar. He doesn't even float. He just rolls around, smacking into walls of his throne room. Well, how about he shoots beams of sweet tarts? How about I mean that could be one of his beam stocks. Another beam stock could be like he shoots various types of cereal. Another one maybe it shoots various types of like oh my god Cinnabons. Oh no, better yet, his rather than being scaly or pink or whatever, or skin like, his skin is literally made of like even though he's made of mainly gumball, his scales or his outside coating is maybe Cinnabons or something. Collect Lucky, he loves Lucky Charms. That's the treasure he gets. Instead of gold, he hoards Smarties. He has a bunch of different types of cereal as ammo. Oh, and then maybe just once in a while he actually uses like a legitimate disintegration ray, but rather than turning you into ashes, instead of turning you into ashes, he turns you into, oh my god, what was it, like Nesquik powder? Yes, he turns you into Nesquik powder. I love that. He doesn't have dragon sickness, but sweetie sickness. Oh my god, there's a part of me that wants to stop the stream, but another part of me that doesn't. This is too good. With butterscotch discs. Oh my god, guys. Now I'm just sitting there. Now I'm sitting there reading all the comments. Now this is fun. This is the kind of shit I love doing. Instead of a petrification ray, it turns you into rock candy. Or how about or maybe once in a while, like on some rare occasion, like in a 10% chance or a 1% chance, he's gonna turn you into another gumball. Or no, when he does the replication or reproduction dream, he all he does is dream in chocolates, or he dreams in candy and other sort of sugar related sweets. So sometimes maybe he'll dream up, like a chocolate milk beholder or something that it pops into appearance, like all of a sudden turns into a puddle instantly. Let's see. Then drops you into a pool of water. The players need to find the sacred rings, aka Fruit Loops, to defeat Candy Cane. That sounds like something that would be perfect for teaching maybe younger kids or something of how to play D&D. That'd be like the perfect quest. about that this candy beholder, and if you want to defeat him, you have to find the what was it? How many? Maybe I'll find the sacred rings. Maybe there's like the 9 sacred Fruit Loops that you have to find in order to that for every Fruit Loop you find, it it makes him that much more weak. So it becomes easier to defeat him. Rather than if you didn't have any Fruit Loops, he would be nigh impossible. He would just simply feed you nothing but sweets, and then make you sick, make you get fat, and then you would like just die of like a heart attack or something. Right, like all within sheer moments. Some really weird stuff like that. Not just for kids, but great for adults too. Oh yeah, it is for all ages. It's definitely it's suitable for kids, but even more fun with adults. I mean, something like that I think could definitely be interesting. Like like I was talking earlier. I don't know how many of you guys were in the conversation, but we could do the same thing with that. Well, is it like the Book of Vile Darkness? How there was also that sex book for D&D. Make like a really weird sex D&D game, but I'm sure the D&D game would devolve into nothing but an orgy at that point of fictional happenings or potential real life consequences, which would not necessarily be a bad thing, but it would definitely make for a good D&D story later on YouTube or on Twitch. Let's see, hold on. Let me scroll up here. Turns you into okay. Turn a little fun for all ages. 3 Fruit Loops for the elves. Yeah. Do the whole the actual Lord of the Rings thing. Turns you into a gumball instead of invisible. Hey, I like that. 7 loops for the dwarf lords. Weaken him by throwing the Fruit Loops around his eyes. And nine loops for the King of Men. So that'd be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different Fruit Loops. My God, that would be a fucking quest. I mean, you could turn that into literally a campaign all of its own. God, that'd be a whole campaign all of its own. But all of them were deceived. You remember your safety, kids, and wear your loops. That sounds a little kinky, but especially with kids, I don't think we need to be getting into that. His land of candy, the Dark Lord King Candy forged in a secret and master loop. 1 loop to rule them all. You know what? That probably will that will work. That will just work altogether. That works. Yep. Oh man, guys. That's probably I think one of the things I really enjoy is being able to just bounce the most weird ass ideas off people, and you'll never know what could happen. So really, all of us could take this idea of candy stuff, whether it's candy goblin, or a goblin that was cursed into becoming food, or even making a beholder that is not literally candy and does nothing but sweets. I mean, the fact that we didn't just make some interesting enemies, but we also made the idea of like, potentially a campaign, if not an entire plane of existence, or potentially a world. I don't know. I like that. That's really awesome. I like that stuff, guys. But yeah, I do believe, guys, that this should probably be the end. Thank you guys so much for joining. It was a fucking blast to be able to do all this talk, and now it's great. I love this stuff. I will try to be streaming again on Monday. I will be streaming probably some more Dark Souls that day. I will. I'm gonna see if I can stream probably like probably on either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Probably some more Final Fantasy VII. I'll be on Twitter. If you go to Daquine Game Army, at Daquine Game Army, all one word. You'll be able to follow me, and I'll probably have some updates on there. But I will probably, regardless of what day I stream, I will be streaming probably on average of anywhere between 12:30 and 1 Pacific Standard Time. And then I will also try to stream either a Friday or Saturday, to do these character creation bits, which again is a total blast. I love making these, especially getting player input or watch viewer input. That's really fun. I love that stuff. Um, so yeah, definitely join me again on Monday when I stream some Dark Souls if I can, and also stay tuned for probably more middle of the week stuff for Final Fantasy VII, and then probably end of the week stuff for some more character creation. And when I come out with some, and then of course, and also to let you guys know, I also do on occasion attempt to stream sometimes some like in real life stuff as well. So like maybe later in the evening, or even if it's a 20-minute stream or something of me talking at something on my mind. Because last night I did Daquine by Night. If you look in my videos, I did some. I just some game related DLC thing that I was talking about that came to mind. And I just might as well stream it and get it out there on the internets. So definitely if you can, please check me out there. And thank you very much for the follows. Definitely appreciate it. I love that. I love it when you guys do that. All the good stuff. My name is Loop. Root Loop. Oh my gosh. And somehow he's a secret agent goblin or something. Dark Souls, but you can use candy canes instead of swords. You know what? Would I go too far? Would it be too far to say that would be pretty sweet? That is a sweet idea. Yeah, and definitely when you watch me, guys, you need to watch out for my stupid puns, because I love my dumbass puns. And like the one from earlier, it's like, oh my god, it's like, oh my god. But anyway, because on average though, I definitely do try streaming at least 2 or 3 times a week. So yeah, so definitely please keep in contact. Oh, that's just Nightbot. Thanks, Nightbot, for trolling me, for making me think someone actually said something. Anyway, all right, guys. Where is OBS? Because I had something else open. But no, I mean, of course, I'm not really gonna kick you. I mean, why in the fuck would I want to kick someone who willingly came here? Oh, followers! Hey, thank you! Woo! Yay! I mean, but see, then again, if I ever kicked you for a pun, think of that as thank you, by the way. I would probably only kick someone for the best puns ever. For the worst puns, or the worst best puns. I'm not sure which one that would be. But if I ever kicked you, I would not ban you, because then you could come back and be like, I got kicked for a pun. For a bad pun. But man, but yeah. Because best thing, I definitely do appreciate a good pun. I do. I legitimately love I love my stupid humor sometimes, and I always feel like I have to get at least 1 or 2 puns in my D&D games if I can. If I know, like, because in one of my games that I do, that I'm in, I have to Skype over, and there'd be times when I would make some just bad pun, just pun so bad it's good. I would just see suddenly the lid just go. Like, hey, my pun point for the day. It's the PP pun point. Oh, that'd be interesting. What I should have a currency on here called pun points. If you can have a good pun, you get a pun point. And by the end of the stream, whoever has the most pun points wins. I should do that. Oh my god. I love that idea. So that would also get me followers too, or people, more viewers in here. If we can get some pun points, can you imagine? Can you imagine like people trying to? I mean, the whole stream would be nothing but puns. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if that. I don't know. I don't know what's worse. You know, having not having puns or having a shitload of puns. Okay. The punniest puns? Yes, we definitely need the punniest puns. Two deer walked into a bar. Oh God, not a bar joke. When they came out, one said, "Man, I blew $10." Then, oh, that's a promiscuous deer. That is one promiscuous deer. That's one slutty deer. That is one slutty deer. Hopefully she checked. I'm hoping that she checked their if they were clean or not, because now that deer is full of STDs or some kind of herpes. Some kind of herpes. So herpy derp. Like, oh dear. But that's actually, I'm sorry. That was not just a bit. That was not a good pun. That was just kind of dumb. I mean, and again, dumb puns are good, but that was the best. Would be, if a bad pun is good, would a good pun be bad? Well, just the fact that it's a deer, and deer, I would think would be the females, where the bucks would be the males. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Well, it definitely used to be. I mean, then again, we know Vine. We know Vine is no more. Yeah. What used to be a Dryad's most favorite social media? Oh yeah, because I think, kind of going off the whole pun thing, a while back, I thought about, well, what kind of social media would be in the Feywild? Feybook. Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You know, hey, like I said, hey, we learn something here every day. That's true. Good point. Good point. Very good point. So I guess in that case, all I can say is don't. It's now it's MySpace, Facebook. You could say dried up, direct. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. You know what? How far this entire fucking conversation has fallen. We went from a serious topic of creating characters to puns. How far we have fallen in this entire stream. What, the last half hour we've been talking about candy creatures and puns. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Yeah. No, I mean, oh my god, guys, I don't think I can keep this up because, you know, to be honest, number one, I think I have to use the restroom. And two, a part of me feels like I need to probably get out of here because I've been going like for the last, I think, 2.5 hours, I think. I want to say that I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and my god, I need to get up. I need to get up out of here. But yet I don't want to because it's like when we're having such good camaraderie right now, I hate to break that up, but it was pretty sweet. Yep, it was a sweet. And is it safe to say that I made a pretty sweet character? No? Maybe? Maybe not? Bad pun? Yes, definitely a bad pun. Definitely a bad pun. But anyway, though, guys. So yeah, you know, all the normal goodbyes. It won't break if it's made of taffy. No, it won't. No, it won't. So yeah, you know what what I want you guys to do? Let me type in, I just want to make sure I got this book over here because I don't need that anymore. Hold on. Oh, come on. If you guys go to that on Twitter, we could definitely continue this entire conversation on there, and maybe just for the sake of it, just so we can sit there and know that we're talking about this. So not only tag me in here, but this is first. I think it's the first time I'm ever going to do this. But how about we make ourselves a hashtag? How about hashtag King Candy Land? Your teeth will break, but the conversation won't. See, that's the beauty of this. We move this over to Twitter, and this will definitely not break. We might be breaking from the stream, but we will not be breaking from the conversation. So definitely go there and go onto my Twitter, and we can definitely keep doing this. Oh, and if for some reason you guys don't use Twitter, I know this is, again, shameless shout out here, but you can also find me on Facebook at Daquine Gaming as well. Same as here, with the space though, of course. You guys know me on here already, obviously, because you're here. But yeah, I think those are probably the three main ones I would probably be using. So definitely go get me on there on either of those two, and definitely use the hashtags as well. So that way I know it's you guys. That way we know. Then that way we can also, and then that way you also follow me on there. That way we can continue on to these weird, strange tangents, and maybe on another stream we could have a weird tangent stream. That would be pretty fun. That would be fucking fun. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream here. I'm gonna break the stream, but not the conversation, because heck, we don't want to break anything. We definitely don't want to break teeth. So on that end, guys, thank you very much for joining. It was a absolute pleasure, everyone joining and everything. Thank you so much. And let me select. What was it? I'm sorry. What was trying to find out what your name was again? Oh, Inquisitor Shadowtide, thank you so much for hanging out the entire stream as well, and giving me the awesome ideas and the bouncing of the ideas for Kamari. I will definitely, the character I made here will definitely be, once I get it uploaded, I will make it shareable, and I will post it in the link below, in the description. And then when this video finally goes up on YouTube, probably 2 or 3 days from now, I will also post it on there as well. So if you guys want to check out Kamari, the 4-foot Goliath rogue, who's also probably has weird morals, so to speak, and the leader of the goblins. Yeah, if you want to be able to use him for your own game just for shits and giggles, or you want to take him and use him and kind of alter him a little bit because he sounds fun, have at it. That's one reason why I love using or making these characters for you guys to use. Give a little something back for the people who actually decided to join, this particular, each of these live streams I do these character creations with. Anyway, though, yeah, thank you very much, and definitely join me back probably either on Friday and or Saturday, and maybe we can all come up with some really wacky character. That would be a blast. Make sure you follow me on at the very least on Twitter, because that's probably where I'll do most of my announcements as to when I'm going to be streaming and what I'm going to be, and more importantly, what I'm going to be streaming. So yeah, remember, so Monday, probably more video gamey stuff, maybe Wednesdays for video game stuff, and probably Final Fantasy, and probably more end of the week stuff, maybe some more D&D character creation and or world building, depending on where we want to go with that. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. It was, like I said, a fucking blast, and I will see you guys next time on this channel. Stay cool, guys, and stay sweet. Badats.